Mr. President. Senator Kerry. As determined by a coin toss, the first question goes to you, Senator Kerry. You have 2 minutes. Do you believe you could do a better job than President Bush in preventing another 9/11 type terrorist attack on the United States?
Yes, I do. But before I answer further, I want to thank you for moderating. I'd like to thank the University of Miami for hosting us. And I know the President will join me in welcoming all of Florida to this debate. You've been through some of the roughest weeks anybody could imagine. Our hearts go out to you, and we admire your pluck and perseverance. I can make America safer than President Bush has made us.
Good evening again. I'm Jim Lara of the NewsHour on PBS. And this is the first of the 2004 presidential debates between President George W. Bush and Senator John Kerry. And if you're just joining us, or if you've been with us to this point, some explanation is in order. We've just returned from a blackout, if that is the correct term, a blackout of the lights here on the Convocation Center stage, accompanied by music and the sound of wind. A blackout which was immediately preceded by President Bush leaving his lectern, approaching me with a knife, and stabbing me with that knife between my shoulder blades, appearing to draw the blade down my spine to the small of my back. Now, above all, I should stress, the knife that you saw, the knife President Bush appeared to murder me with, was not an actual knife. It was a prop. A stage knife, if that is the term used by stage people. Without my prior knowledge, it was agreed upon by the candidates and their representatives that this debate should open with a staged murder, followed by a blackout. It was also agreed upon by the candidates and their representatives that I was to be the murder victim. But I should stress, in no way was I actually harmed. I did not die, nor did I approach death. At no time did I lose consciousness. When the president initially advanced upon me with a knife, I felt some small surprise, but I'm something of an expert on knives. I have an extensive collection of knives in my home, and I realized almost immediately that the knife in the president's hand was not real, and so I played along. I play-acted, if that is the term. I was brutally murdered by President Bush, and the lights went to black. Now, I should also emphasize that the mystery of the president's action does not bear in any way on this evening's proceedings. The topic this evening is foreign policy, not the question of why the president would stage a theatrical attack on a seasoned, even-handed member of the press on national television before a live audience. It is a mystery which, for the purposes of this debate, must be content to remain a mystery. So again, the first question was to you, Senator Kerry, 2 minutes. Do you believe you could do a better job than President Bush in preventing another 9/11 type terrorist attack on the United States?
Yes, Jim, I can make America safer than President Bush has made us. And I believe the President and I both love our country equally. We just have a different set of convictions about how you make America safe.
Mr. President, to you, 2 minutes. Does the Iraq experience make it more likely or less likely that you would take the United States into another preemptive military action?
Mr. Lair, were you aware that I am a lover of the theater? No, you were not aware. It is for the reason that I do love it that it is kept a secret. Maybe you noticed it is an unspoken government policy to keep secret whatever an elected official might truly love, feel passion of. Even in the case of our family or country or dog. We are advised to speak of our love for these things in only the most transparently artificial and hollow fashion. You don't know where I would be at without my love of the theater. It would be a person outside of love. But the point is here, as a theater lover, I last night went out to see a play at one of Coral Gables' very old and grandish theaters. And at a specific moment in that play, a thought, it didn't occur to me, it came. It flowered up into me. As a result of this specific theatrical moment, it bloomered into me the thought that it didn't matter if I murdered in some fashion the modulator of this debate. It was not important if I committed the homicide of you. See, there, out of the heat, out of the footlights and the people all packed in there and the seats and aisles was this thought sprung. See, baked up. I walked all night with this thought. I walked the city with this thought. I ended up on the beach. And as the sun came up with its mosquitoes coming out of it, this thought sort of was drifted aside by a question. And that question was, what is the manner to be? See, the manner of your demising. Because if it's no importance that we do away with you, the only thing that can of any possibility appear to be important is the style and method. The manner in which you are done away. Because that's what makes us people. The manner in which we go about killing other people. There's such a multivariable ways. And so I have rehearsed with the knife, the gun, the pillow. And yes, they did not receive the desired, acceptable response from out there. I understand that. But it's hard work rehearsal. It's hard work. And be aware, my opponent was no help. Just stood there backstage, offered no ideas, because my opponent, this is not a priority of him. Last night at the play said it was. Now says this is the wrong place, wrong time. I think as a leader you have to make a choice. Now, on the manner. I mean, people should like it. I understand that the murder moment of you should be enjoyable. Like last night, this play, its moments. There was a standing the stand-up applause, hats in the air, and that's what I intend to accomplish.